full screen.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we're on. The stuff we talk about when the camera's not on.
Yeah, be thankful you guys are just tuning in. Welcome to Fish Talk Lives. We're just doing a little pregame.
We're pre-gaming it. Just this is the part where we wait for everybody to come on. So let us know you're out there.
Live.
I gotta
present.
I gotta turn the sound off on my phone because I just heard it ding. There.
Last thing we need.
Yeah, let us know that you're out there watching, listening.
Yeah. Anybody do any fishing this week? Any catching at least?
Yeah, give us a little shout. How about you? You roll around the marsh there?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Played in some of the backwaters past couple of days. And got to play in the flats today on the airboat. And it's there's no water out there.
No, there wasn't any today or yesterday or the day before that.
Shallow. That northern wind, it's blowing it all out quite well.
Oh yeah, it kind of has it changes the way you fish for sure. Yeah, because you can't go to the places that you want to go to, especially in a flat bottom boat. Yeah, it beats you to death.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you know all about
need an airboat.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Do any fishing this week?
Oh yeah, we went out. I've been going out almost every day. I think I had one day off. Me and Matt were supposed to split a trip a couple days ago, and it ended up being only 4 people. So I said, "It's you." Yeah.
I'll take this day.
I need a day off. Yeah, yeah. We're still doing the whole moving thing, so it's
that's a process and a half. Well, tonight we have a special show. We have a heck of a large live audience this evening. A couple of good group of guys coming in from Missouri. You guys will find out who they are and where and what they're doing here.
Good deal. Yeah, we had to break out all the extra chairs.
We did. Yeah, I didn't know we had this many.
I didn't either.
But let us know if y'all are out there. Say hi. Let us know if you did any fishing this week, or
yeah, definitely.
If you even looked at a boat this week.
Yeah, because it wasn't great weather.
Wasn't most favorable.
It was doable. It wasn't fun.
I gotta say, with today though, I wasn't here yesterday, but today with those bluebird skies, I was really skeptical on how fish bite was gonna be.
Yeah, it was actually pretty darn good today.
Yeah, so I saw on the fish clean station.
Yeah, we had a full table.
Couple times.
We had a line. Yeah, we had a line to get
a couple times we had a full table, so that's always great to see.
That is great.
Everybody's getting out there doing some catching.
It's that transition time. It's fall now. If you haven't been out there,
it has officially set in.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yep.
It's chilly. Yeah.
Water temps are dropping and the fish are rising, it's a great sight to see.
Yep, they're on the move. Definitely, they're all a lot of the trout coming in too, which is I'm glad to see. Last year was a little bit slow on trout. This year, I think is going to be a pretty darn good year.
I think so. Also, I mean, it's seeing a lot of the redfish that are getting caught and brought in. They seem to be on the shorter side. You know, a lot of people are struggling on trying to find that keeper size red, you know, as far as the numbers go, but the trout moving in sure makes up for it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And those little time killer fish.
Yeah, they taste pretty good.
Yeah. Feeling the same thing.
Oh, yeah. We should be starting to see a lot of the snook moving in, too.
I'm excited to see that. Find them in the deep potholes out there on the airboat, low tides.
Yeah. I haven't really been looking for them yet, but I will be very soon.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah. I mean, the way that tide's been rolling, they're sitting in a hole somewhere.
Yeah.
Hungry.
Definitely. Yeah, low water.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I had trouble getting out of where I was at today. I don't know if I
beyond the woods, down the twists and the turns, through the marsh, lies the knowledge needed to fish the nature coast.
Fish Talk Live.
Welcome to
Fish Talk Live.
Presented by
Phillips Auto Group. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them, the best of the best teams out there, man. We love our partnership with Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, tonight is a very obvious episode as it was below freezing temperatures this morning. And I still have my sweater and my long johns. And
I'm over here sweating for some odd reason.
So we're talking about the transition into fall fishing and the very quick transition into wintertime fishing.
Out of about 3 days.
It was very quick. So what we want to do is we want to, oops.
Hey, you have a little itch back there or something? You good?
There we go. I'm sure they heard all that, right? So we want to prepare y'all. If you have not been out today, we want to prepare y'all to go fishing tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It was actually very good fishing. It
was kind of surprising. I mean, like I said earlier, as clear as the skies were, I was kind of nervous to see the result of a bluebird sky.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was. I warned my guests today that we probably wouldn't be real productive. It was cold, the bluebird skies, like you're saying, the low waters, but it wasn't all too bad. The trout were.
Are they not working?
Fighting real good. Grouper were eating.
Yep.
Redfish.
Okay. Oh yeah, had a good mess of fish on the cleaning station.
So we're not quite into the wintertime stuff yet, but that's what we're going to be talking about tonight on the I&D Matthews State Farm casting couch with Captain Mario. Oh, yeah. Is how to actually transition into that. Mm-hmm. So we also have some very important guests tonight too.
About what do we have? 7?
7 of y'all?
7?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. We got our friends from Missouri, from American Outdoor Brands, and our, BUBBA, which we always talk about. They're actually in-house tonight. We're doing a kayak fishing, grouper fishing.
And then a tournament in the end.
And then an inshore tournament at the very end. So they brought a bunch of their product, which we're going to be talking about on the Nature Coast Financial Advisors Tackle Table Talk tonight. A lot of stuff that we really haven't covered before.
Not at all. There's a lot of new product up there that I haven't seen until this week.
There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know was even available. A lot of prototype testing like we talked about, which we will not be talking about that stuff. But that's what we love these guys is because they want to test this stuff out to make sure that when you get it in your hands, it is ready for your hands and the saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing.
That's it. That's the purpose of these guys being here is a little bit of R&D. R&R and R&D.
But Billy, what do you think, before we get into all that, we go ahead and see what has been caught this week on the Extreme Decals Catch of the Week?
Would love to see it.
Let's check it out. All right.
Oh, that's cute.
There we go. Billy. One of those trout out there.
How big is the measuring board?
There's our PA guys with a nice set of grouper. Man, that was a fun trip.
Those are a good group of guys right there.
It is. It's another one of my clients from day before yesterday. That thing was 3 feet of water, got him in the rock, we got it out, went back to the same exact spot the following day. This was yesterday. They did a 2-day trip. Same exact spot, same exact hole he went down in, same exact way pulling him out.
That's a heck of a routine to follow there.
When we finished, that gentleman there, he was so excited, him and his wife, they were so excited. They were like, this is what shallow water grouping is. I knew there was shallow water grouper. This is what it's about.
When you find them in the flats like that, playing in 3 to 5 feet of water, it's insane.
Oh my God, it's just, it's exhilarating. So what else we got out there, Bree? There we go. There's the catch. That was day 2.
Beautiful fish. Hey, that looks like today.
Yeah, that was from today. That's that BUBBA scale we're going to be talking about this evening.
There's a lot going on with that.
That was...
Those are the guys from...
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep.
You had them for 3 days, so I don't know what day that was.
Yeah, I don't know. That was our BUBBA crew from today. So Captain Carlos worked with Thomas Hughes, and then he had those sweet kayaks that Thomas brought over.
Those and nice kayaks.
Brought them out and did some trout fishing. They got some redfish. Those guys learned... Have any of y'all ever been kayak fishing that went today? I know you have. Yep. Not in saltwater.
Not in saltwater.
Mark, have you been in saltwater? So all 4 first-time saltwater kayak anglers, and they tore it up.
They produced well.
But I want to point out that first grouper right there.
That thing's a slob.
That is a slob.
5-gallon bucket mouth. Beautiful snook.
Nice snook.
Why does that island look familiar?
Right? James is always... do you really think they go out each week, or are these archive photos?
I don't know, to be honest with you. They tear them up out there.
Jessica. That was at the seafood cellar. That was Lee in that group.
Yeah.
We brought one of the grouper that could fit in the fryer and brought it up there. Had an absolute feast.
This whole deep fried grouper, lovely. Oh,
Josh White,
good to
my
see
man.
you, my man.
Love that guy.
Good to see you out fishing.
Nick with a nice redfish there.
Beautiful red.
How about Scott? Got 4th.
He made top 5. He did
He
well.
got top 5 in that
Did
big
very
tournament.
well. Happy to see it.
Tore it up.
Getting out there on the kayak and doing some pedaling.
That's it. Alrighty, so that was the Extreme Decals Catch of the Week. Let's hit a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking some fall fishing stuff here. Be right back.
Hey Gary, what you doing?
Oh, just going through the book, looking at some dash panels.
As nice as that sounds, what if we went and did something a little more custom? Do you know anybody that might be able to make a switch panel like this?
Let's go talk to Brian.
I think Brian would be a good idea for that.
Oh, let's go.
It'd be sweet.
Oh, Brian.
Hey, man.
What's up, brother?
I got a cardboard cutout. Can you make it into something for me?
Absolutely. Let's do it. All right.
What?
This is our dash panel complete. Just wanted to throw a huge shout out to Brian up there at Extreme Decals. Nailed it. This is exactly what I had envisioned when I drew literally a cardboard cutout for this to become a true dash piece and showpiece at the same time. Thank you very much, Brian. I'm super stoked to see this thing on the water.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Allende Matthews State Farm casting couch. I'm Captain Mario Castello, and we have here Captain Gary
2 weeks in a
Bartel.
row.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. How about that?
But the reason why I'm here, Mario, is because I have a lot of questions for you about fall.
Oh,
About fall
hey.
fishing. You know, you are one of the first guides that I've seen that have just jumped straight into the transition. I'm sure it comes with experience, but that's what I want to dig into. I want to ask you questions, but I also want you all to ask as well. So if you all have a question about the transition, you know, what changes, how to change this type of lure. If we don't cover something, you know, please comment in the comment section and ask the question now. And also, please do us a favor and share this live feed. So, Mario, you know, at what point, you know, we've always talked about this on how many cold fronts, you know, what is a cold front, pressure change. At what point do you get the feeling that you need to start going away from the outer side or the outer keys or, you know, the spoil banks and start moving into the rivers? What's your feeling on that? How do you know when to make that transition?
A lot of times it's just the water level, you know, because these cold fronts come through, it drops the water level quite a bit, you know, and we had a pretty bad negative low tide yesterday. Today was close to the same as yesterday. It's hard to move around on the outside, so you're kind of stuck to the river, which it's not a bad thing because the fish are going to do the same thing. They're going to come into the river. It's a little bit warmer. There's more deeper holes in the river, and it's kind of water level and air temperature also. It's kind of a mix of everything. But when the water doesn't come up very high, then yeah, it's time to stay in.
So yesterday morning we had our first real cold morning. Fishing was a tad slow. Nothing crazy, nothing good, but nothing bad.
It was quality over quantity for sure.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, you pulled a 30-inch grouper.
Yeah.
8-pound test.
In the river.
In the river.
Inside the river, which is unusual. Yeah.
So those are those fish that, like Mario was saying, that just have no water to go. They have to go to the nearest place.
Yep. Yeah, they have to breathe in the deeper troughs, all these deeper holes. They're going to be stacked up in them. Yeah, definitely, especially on the negative lows.
What do you change as far as bait-wise? I mean, do you still stick with shrimp? Do you work artificial, cut mullet? I mean, do you change anything bait-wise, or is it just really location?
It's more of a location thing. We do change a little bit more, a little bit more artificial since they are in transition. I like throwing that glow jerk bait, of course, in the really shallow water around all the kelp grass and stuff like that. But I'm still using a lot of shrimp. I downsize a little bit. If we do use pinfish or mud minnows, I try to use the little bit smaller ones for the redfish. If I'm snook fishing, I'll still use the bigger baits, but for the redfish, I'll drop down to the smaller baits.
Gotcha. Now, while I was running out the river today, I witnessed quite a few other charter guides that were really doing a lot of moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I literally saw them jumping around in the short time that I was going out and get my pinfish. And, you know, when do you say it's time to move? If you're fishing the mouth of, you know, a certain river,
Mm-hmm.
you know, do you wait for a tide change? Are you more patient? Or do you go back to like how we do it outside of these freezing temperatures and do a lot of running and gunning?
I really go off of my gut feeling.
Okay.
And that just comes with being on the water all the time. Most of the time, I just have a feeling that, hey, this isn't going to work. I don't get those warm and fuzzies anymore.
Yeah.
So it's time to leave. But as a general rule, I'll stay for 10, 15, or 20 minutes. Sometimes longer if I think they're going to be there. But I won't stay too long. Sometimes you just have to move around, especially if they're in a hole that you've worked really good. If you have 3 or 4 anglers on the boat and you've worked the spot over and over and over again, and you're not producing at all, it's time to leave. Time to go to another one.
Gotcha. Do you downsize in leader?
I always use light leader anyways, so
You stick with it.
I stick with it. Yeah. Today we had 15 and 20 pound leader for everything. And like I said, the other day when we were grouper fishing, we got that off an 8 pound test and 20 pound leader.
If you were going out targeting redfish specifically,
Mm-hmm.
with our conditions we have today, the negative tides, what are you looking for? I mean, let's say you're sticking to the St. Martin's River.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for to, you know, if you have a client that says, Cat Mario, I need a redfish, I have to catch a redfish, and that's your goal, what do you look for?
Specifically in this water, just say in the St. Martin's River and maybe the Little Homosassa River, I'm looking for clean water because there's spots of clean water out there and the water is fairly stained anyways. But I'm just looking for little spots of clean water, those are going to be by your oyster bars.
Okay.
And the oyster bars will warm up a little quicker than any of your other normal points or shorelines that you would normally fish.
That makes a lot of sense. It's because it's really the same for grouper too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it starts to get cold, what holds heat?
The rocks. Mm-hmm.
So that's when they actually transition. You know, we're not going to get to witness it this year, but here soon, those grouper are going to just start flooding.
Oh yeah, they're going to pile in.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. You know, if you get those quick, temperature changes,
Mm-hmm.
the water drops 5 degrees, let's say overnight, you know, go to your oyster bars, go to your rock piles, find stuff that holds heat.
Oh yeah, definitely. And this time of year, a lot of people say like in this time of year where the water temperature changes, just say it changes 10 degrees in 24 hours. Some people are amazed on how much it changes, but you have to understand our water is so shallow and it doesn't take a lot of energy, a lot of solar energy, heat energy, or whatever, the sun energy to actually change the temperature of the water. If it, just say you have a fairly cloudy day, it could possibly change the water 4 or 5 degrees in an 8-hour period, and people just can't grasp the fact that it does that, and it's just because our water's so shallow here. So
Gotcha. Okay. One thing that I could say is when I'm going out targeting, and Carlos, Billy, and I were talking about this morning for our team from AOB going out kayak fishing, is with the sudden change of weather, the temperature change. You know, we took our wintertime fishing spots, the creeks, you know, those deep pockets, the mud holes, all that. We took our late summer fishing spots, so let's say that are keys, and we literally got on the map and we said here, here, and here. And Carlos picked it right off rip, and you know, those guys never had to leave the initial spot. They were on trout. A few of them got some nice redfish, And so, I mean, just it comes down to science.
Yeah, his plan A worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all hope that it does, but you always have to have a plan B and C and D.
Yeah. And, the other thing, too, guys, if you're out there on one of those dead low winter tides, or in this case, fall tide, and the bite's not happening, put the rods down. Take the time to go study those rock bars that are exposed. Go study the rivers. Go figure it out, because it's only going to help you in the future. Don't count it as a loss if the fish aren't biting. Count it as a win that you got to learn something to visually see how the areas that you might not be used to, how they actually work from the bottom.
I learned that a long time ago from Captain Jeff Page. Told me that. He says, if you want to learn an area, leave your fishing equipment at home and go out and just look and just pay attention to whatever, what Mother Nature's trying to show you, trying to tell you. Because if you bring your equipment with you, you're gonna look at a place, you're gonna stop, and you're gonna try to fish it, and you won't. It'll mess you up with trying to look for all your places, what you were trying to do in the first place. You're trying to go out there and scout. You're trying to look for different areas, look for different patterns and stuff like that. But leave your fishing equipment at home. I know it's hard to do because we all like to fish, but take a day or two just specifically go out there and look.
I tell you what, talking about that, I'm really looking forward to grouper season ending, so I can put the rods at home. Because right now the rocks, the ledges, that stuff, for whatever reason, the color just magnifies on these bluebird skies. Whatever the temperature change is, I don't know what it is. There's just certain colors that really stick out to me. And all day today and yesterday, even with the winds, I'm not going to stop and waste my client's time, but I'm kind of judging on my GPS about where a spot is. I put a specific. So I'm really excited to go out and learn those areas and hopefully find some new spots.
Yeah,
so
all that stuff comes over time. It's like I said, I tell people, it's like you have to go out there and do it. You can't learn it just sitting on the computer and stuff like that. It helps, to actually figure out where to start or what to look for, but you need to go out there and shake the bushes and go out there and do it. And then that's how you learn.
Sweet. Aubrey, do we have any good questions for the fall transition of fishing, or did we pretty much cover it? Let's see, we got a question coming in.
Yep.
So the question is for someone this time of the year, going into fall, winter, for someone that only uses primarily live bait, if they were to use an artificial bait, let's go ahead and narrow it down. Let's do trout and snook.
Okay.
All right. What is your specific? Oops, sorry, Bree. What? Sorry. So what's your specific baits? Artificial baits of choice?
All right, it's actually going to be the same bait for the trout and the snook. It's going to be that DOA Glow jerk bait, that 5.5, the Cal. It's very versatile. If you put it on a 4/0 hook, whether it's a circle hook or a J hook, you can work it like a topwater bait. In shallow water, you can put it on a jig head and work the deeper 4 to 5 foot water. You can use it out on the flats. It's more versatile than some of these other baits. You can throw a hard plastic bait. We'll just say a Miridine. It's always going to work that 1 foot of water column, that top 1 foot of water column. And if you're in 4 to 5 feet, it's not nearly as effective. So this, you can actually work that bait low. You can work it high. You can work it fast or slow too, either way, depending on what kind of weight you put on it, if you put any weight on it at all.
Okay. All right, cool.
So it works for both the snook and the trout.
Yeah. No, I love that DOA bait, and it's just good all around, especially this time of the year.
That's why it sells so good.
Yeah. All right, do we have any other questions? If not, I'd say let's go ahead and move on to the tackle table talk. Because I want to start digging into some of this stuff from Bubba and AOB.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff up there. I wouldn't know where to start.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go to a commercial break. Mario, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Again, another week, learned something new from you. So, guys, if you guys want to really learn from the best of the best right here, book a trip with him. I love the way that he not only fishes his clients, but like teaches and talks and preaches, and he continues to have repeats. So it's not just people coming to try to get quick lessons. I mean, every day I talk to him on the dock, I learn something new. So get that opportunity to book a trip with Captain Mario from Tall Tales. And oh, we got a question. So right now, with the current conditions, this is a good question, would you expect redfish and snook further east than OKM, so in the creeks? Do you think the fish have made it to the creeks yet?
I think some of them have. I'm sure some of them have. All fish don't think exactly the same way, just like people, I guess. But you will start finding some that are in the creeks, and you also have some that have never left the creeks also. So yes, to answer that question, yes, I do believe there's quite a few of them that are back into the creeks.
I mean, Billy.
I do concur.
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs.
What I see on the airboat, I concur.
All right, cool. Well, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and just comment on here. We will follow up with you. But let's go ahead and move on to the next segment after this commercial break. My name is Captain Gary Bartell Jr. I own Ozello Keys Marina and River Adventure Tours right here in Ozello, Florida. Having a reliable truck in my line of business is very important, but what's even more important is a relationship with who we got the vehicle from. And Phillips Ocala is a prime example of a partner in our business. They sponsor our show, which has brought it to the next level. Fish Talk Live was real small before they got involved, and they really helped us gather the tools that we needed to get it to the next level. They also support a lot of the community affairs in our area, whether it be fundraisers or just lending a hand after a hurricane. Phillips Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is always there for us. We're real excited to be not only partners with them, but friends with them. All right, that was a message from our friends over there at Phillips. Oh, yeah. So again, guys, everything that we've done so far with Fish Talk Live, the transition from Friday Night Fish Talk to Fish Talk Live, the new equipment, we're still learning a lot of it.
Oh yeah, it's trying to get better.
But we owe a huge thanks to Phillips Auto Group, all 3 locations, for supporting us. They are the people you want on your side, whether it's if you're just going to buy a town car or some nice little Buick, or going over to buy a GMC or Toyota, whatever it may be, a Ram, which I highly recommend. Yep. They are the people that are going to support the community. Those are the people that are going to stand by their client's side through thick and thin. So we cannot thank you all enough at Phillips Auto Group and all of our sponsors.
Oh, they've all played their parts.
They all play, yeah, absolutely.
Still currently playing their parts. And we appreciate that. You
all, the viewers, and then our sponsors and our team here is the reason why we've grown to what we have now. But that being said, Billy, we are on the Nature Coast Financial Advisors, one of our other great sponsors. Tackle Table Talk with all this awesome stuff. So,
a lot of it.
I don't even know where to start, man. A lot of this stuff, to be very honest, I've only used a few of these items until today. I'm really excited to use more over the next few days.
Oh, yeah.
And more to come, too. So let's make this easy. Let's go round for round. Let's pick an item. Let's talk about it. You saw some of this stuff used. Mm-hmm. So, Billy, why don't you start, pick an item, and let's start picking it apart.
Oh, Lord, I don't have... Still, same thing. I kind of like the kayak box, or the fishing box.
The Voyager, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. because that was what I was going to pick, so thanks a lot. But let's break this thing down.
Pretty sweet little concept here.
The first question that I had for the engineer that was behind this one is it's not what you're thinking. It's not quite a cooler.
Nope,
is
not
it
quite at all.
insulated? I mean, will it hold ice? No. So this is meant for storage.
Yep.
Which is what I used it for on my boat today. They were on the kayaks. They've got the rod holders. Really good clips.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these things are not the ones that are going to come off. But what my main question to the engineer that was behind this was, how much weight can this hold? Because what I liked it for was putting it right up against my bow today. And finally, I have a good
Nice
step
half step.
up.
Yeah.
I stepped on it. It didn't move. It was real sturdy. It's got a real good grip
So
on
it's
the
rated for
top.
about 400.
Thanks a lot, Billy. But the storage inside of it's super cool, unique, especially for kayaks. I mean, you've got a cool little tray here that you could put your essentials for tackle. And then inside, it's got all kinds of goodies. So you
Nice,
got,
because those organizers aren't permanent. You can move those around on the inside.
yeah, they pull out, they flip down. There's a cutting board, which I think the cutting board got taken out of this one. But what I did on the one that I have on my boat now is I tucked it inside of here, which I felt like that was a good place for it. I don't know if is that what that spot was designed for? It's cutting board? Ha, nailed
Flawless.
it. Nailed it. But you could put all your different tools in there. Of course, the D hookers. And it's just a good storage box, waterproof, it floats. And what are these things for? I got to ask that. What? Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
That just came way cooler.
Is that why you asked me the question about the cup holders on my boat today? Because I didn't put these accessories on, but these are going on tonight because that's awesome.
Pretty slick. I liked your answer.
Too cool. All
I
right.
didn't see that coming. So when it comes to a kayak and you don't have a fishing kayak, this completes it. Makes it into a fishing kayak.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's pretty awesome.
It's got a spot for a lock on it.
It's not heavy whatsoever.
Yeah, it's super light.
Yeah.
Good storage box. I'm excited to add this feature on my boat because, it's nice having the storage inside the deck, but I also like to have something that's really easy accessible.
Oh, yeah.
For my clients, and all my BUBBA tools that I carry is going in that thing, and they can put their phones in there, whatever else they need.
Nice dry box.
All right, I'm going to break right down to the item that we've talked about before, but we haven't gotten to use until today.
Yep, I had a feeling.
Oh my God, this scale was more mind-blowing actually physically holding it, using it. I still haven't gotten a lot of experience on playing on the app, but the guy that's behind the scale showed me the app a little bit today and how it works. You can set up different. I think the screen is going to kind of...
It's going to be a little tough to see.
Yeah, is it on? Yeah, so the camera's not quite showing this. Oh, maybe if I turn it. How about like that?
It's got a really nice digital display.
Yeah, and it's really accurate. I mean,
you ended up weighing a grouper, playing out into the Gulf, in the waves, and then came back, measured it on the dock, and it was to the ounce. Perfect.
Yep. But I mean, you can cull your fish, you can set up teams, you can do big fish, small fish, you can customize the tournaments in the app.
Yeah.
There's just all kinds of really cool features.
Literally
and then
host your
this
own
clip. This clip right here, we ended up weighing all the fish at the very end in the fish basket, which ended up being
31
pounds. And this clip held it like it was no one's business.
Yeah. The arm was struggling.
Yeah.
But the clip did well.
But, I mean, if you're looking to step up your game on actually knowing true measurements and something that's going to be your lifelong scale, I cannot recommend this thing enough. And then the app, we're really excited to start. What I'm going to use this for is my charters. Every charter I do, we're going to do a friendly little tournament on the boat.
Absolutely.
Because this makes it easy.
Yep.
I mean,
it creates a whole another fun effect to a fishing charter. You can turn around and have everybody on board, first, biggest, and most.
Yeah, no, this thing is awesome. This is what we call a game changer. So that's the BUBBA Pro Series Smart Fish Scale. And then the app, if you just type in your app, oops, sorry, Bree, good. There we go. If you just type in your app finder, BUBBA Fishing, it came right up. And I think it's got all 5 stars too, what I saw in the reviews. I mean, it's a very advanced app, so.
Yeah, everything we explained about it is literally just scratching the surface of what the whole system does. We haven't figured it out 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But it's pretty epic to start learning.
No, I'm excited to dig into it. So the next, between today, tomorrow, and then the Thursday, you know, we have several little tournaments going on. Thursday's the big tournament, but we're keeping track, guys, just to let you know of everything. That's why I asked about the kayak stuff too.
Right.
So. Yes, Brian Gandy, we will absolutely be using this because Brian and I, we're going to go target the biggest grouper. He was one of my clients that decided they want to do catch and release with the early closure. So we're going to be targeting big grouper. And this is going to tell us exactly what that weight is.
Biggest?
All right, so Billy, Scott Parrish wants us to talk about some shears.
I think we got
and there's multiple size shears. So let's hold all 3 of these up. All right, so these are the BUBBA shears, large, medium, smalls. You know what I liked about the large shears?
What's that?
Do you remember the thing that Mario showed us with cutting the pinfish?
Yeah.
And you had to put it down on, I didn't have a cutting board on my boat at the time, so we used
the gunnel it went.
Yeah.
Every time.
These things cut right through them.
Ooh, that's
like it was no one's business. But you could use them for a lot more too. Like the smaller ones work perfect for cutting the pins off of the back of a pinfish.
Oh yeah, prepping bait.
Prepping bait, de-skinning. You know, there's a lot of different cool features on these. My favorite feature, which comes with all the BUBBA product, is the handles though. Because there's nothing worse than put your fingers in a pair of bad scissors and getting them stuck in there, being uncomfortable.
My favorite part about these, they're sharp.
Yeah. Razor sharp.
You have to cut things once.
So Darren, our friend Darren from Wholesale, Sportsman's Wholesale Tackle, said these things are money. And I agree, man.
That he's not wrong.
Cut braid. Scott Parrish wants to know if they cut braid.
You think they don't cut braid?
So all 7 of these guys went like this. Yes, they do. Any other questions? Scott Parrish.
Looking at all the small little features on here. I mean, we have the hook pin there. We got
the bottle opener.
Yeah, the bottle opener.
You know what I like?
I mean, the crimps for split shots. There's a little bit of everything mixed in on these.
You know what I like is the hooker. You know, like, you know, really cinching down.
Yep. You don't have to hold it anymore.
Yeah, and then actually, I felt kind of like an idiot. I asked Billy this today. I said, you know, on almost all these BUBBA tools, I noticed this little spike in almost everything. In the snips.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck's that for, Billy? Is this some kind of, you know, Missouri thing? And he said, no, it's for eyes of jig heads when they're painted over.
Painted jig heads.
Is that what they was designed for?
Nailed it.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So again, those are the BUBBA series. Shears, large, medium, smalls.
Yeah.
And they're good for the kitchen too, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Because
Thanksgiving time, cut that turkey bird in half.
Yeah, Bree's already requested all 3 sizes.
I believe that.
All right, Billy, what's next?
So what is this thing?
Bro.
What's it do? Or what doesn't it do?
So it's a little microwave, actually. This is
the fish before it comes.
The Grilla Power Station. Is that what it's called? All right, Bree's gonna zoom in on this. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on. It is light years across the technology for a power station. What's that? Down? How about that one? Look at this digital display on this thing. Talk about the perfect thing to bring camping in a vehicle, on the boat. Now, my one question I didn't ask.
Just in case things.
Well, we got the engineers here. Water resistant? I mean, spray on it. Is this more of like a camping item?
I said don't throw it in the pool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd bring something like this on the boat personally, because if my phone's dying, it's on purpose. And that's the only thing I can really see.
Right.
charging a phone, but it's got all the different outlets. It's got 110. It's got the different USBs, USB-C, cigarette lighter. This is, in my opinion, the perfect camping item. And then
absolutely, got the light on the back.
Yep. The back, you got a night light, and then if you're afraid Billy is going to, how do we do this one? Oh, there's the bright light. And if you're afraid Billy's going to run you down the airboat at night,
let me know.
Start putting the flashers on there. How about that? So, where is Gorilla sold at? Like, how does somebody purchase one of these? What is it?
GorillaGrills.com.
GorillaGrills.com. And this thing charged extremely fast. I don't know if you noticed that. We plugged it in last night. You could literally see when you plug it in, this whole digital screen pops up, and it tells you how much power source you have. And it went from like 30% from the box to 100%.
If I'm not mistaken, when we were playing with this, we had things plugged in. It even showed you your amp hours on like how long of time span you have of this charge to play at that pace, which is pretty sweet because a lot of times, a lot of your personal cell phone chargers that you pre-charge at home, you don't know when it ends. You know, you may get 1 or 2 charges, plug it in that third time, and it's just dead. This thing's going to tell you exactly how long you have of the battery span, which is pretty insane.
So, Bray, can you zoom in on this screen one more time? Sorry. So what Billy's talking about is down here in the corner. So right now it shows 99.9 amp hours. So
maybe that's 999. I don't know.
No, 99.9. So once you plug something in, obviously that's going to adjust, but it tells you, you know, if let's say during a hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you want to judge on what you should be charging, what you should be using, and this is your power source, which I'll take this over a gas generator all day long because they annoy the hell out of me. It's nice to know exactly how much time you have left.
That's exactly it.
Scott Parrish brought up a great point. This should be advertising for this. The backlight is to film your TikToks.
Yep, it gives you the ring light, you know, make you look so beautiful.
I like it. So that is a really cool feature there. Again, Bubba is more than just fishing stuff. They got camping, AOB, I'm sorry.
AOB, yeah. Yep. Bubba's just a product.
Guns, ammo, all kinds of cool stuff. All right, Billy, I want to take the next one. All right, we've talked about this bad boy multiple times.
Use the heck out of that poor little knife.
I love, this is my favorite knife that Bubba makes, just because of the collapsible part.
Yeah.
I don't always necessarily use it as my main fillet knife, but it's perfect to pack away, or like when we go do a New Waters show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this, I actually have one in my truck, one in my boat. I keep them everywhere. A lot of times I've
ever fished with you, I'll find you cutting bait with it. And a lot of times I'll be digging in the ice to dig out whatever fish we have. I'll hit it, and it's just a folded up piece of handle, which is really nice. You know, when it buries into the ice throughout the day and you go digging your hands around and knowing that that thing's folded makes you feel a whole lot better about sticking your hand in the cooler of ice. And
unlike other foldable knives, it feels sturdy when you open it up. I mean, it doesn't, you wouldn't think that this is a collapsible knife. I mean, there's just no wiggle to it. It was engineered perfectly.
It's a tight fit.
I'm not sure which one of you was behind this one, but awesome job. Oh, Mark. But you know what else I like about this knife? It's going to cut this thing open, which I want you to try.
Oh.
So this is another one of AOB's products. This is the emergency food, the food ration bars. Did I say that right? Ration? Food ration? This is apple cinnamon. This is called UST. Oh, UST. Otherwise known as UST. It's vacuum packed for long shelf life. Stock up for hurricanes, blizzards, tornadoes.
Wow, we had 2 out of the 3 of those.
Earthquakes, and it's good to keep. I feel like anywhere, just in case, especially on a boat if you get stranded.
Oh yeah.
But I really wanted to wait until right now to see how it tastes, Billy. So we're gonna cut this thing open.
Yay.
With
butter.
Dude, these blades, all of these blades are like that, and they stay like that too. So what's your first thought, just looking at it?
It kind of looks like a brick bar of peanut butter.
I mean, how long, like how long would this be good for? I mean, you know,
Once
I cut
open,
in the
not
back.
as long as it is closed.
It's got a 5-year shelf life, but like,
Pretty
is
fun.
this one meal or?
I wouldn't imagine so.
I don't
I
know.
was gonna say that's a lot for a single meal.
It smells good.
Ooh, it smells really good actually.
Scott Pear said this would be a great item to have on your kayak during the Ho 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 Fishing for Dough kayak tournament
Yeah,
when you
as-
get lost in the mangroves.
You have to call me on the air, but come find them.
All right.
There it is. There's the
So
tri
it's
piece.
kind of like a granola.
So excited. Oh, you give me the biggest piece. Thanks.
Peanut butter, apple.
More like an apple cinnamon.
It's good. I can see where it'd be filling really fast.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I like it.
It's like an apple cinnamon. It's really good actually.
That's very good.
A lot better than the last MRE I ate.
I was
That was like mashed potatoes or something. It
I was
terrible.
expecting it to taste like something like that, so I thought it'd be a lot more funny, but it's actually really good. It's got 19 grams of fat. I don't
That's
know
what
how
I
to read
needed.
the rest of this stuff. Total sugar, lots of 7 grams of protein. All right,
Really good.
I got my lunch for the next few days. That is very good. All right, Billy, real quick, electric fillet knife. We went over this thing.
Oh, that thing. What's
yeah.
that
Okay,
thing?
never mind. Hold on. Man, we should have used this.
I thought about the same thing. That would be great for the grouper throats or for cutting that.
I've been waiting for this moment. And hold on, wait a minute. This is the
Ulu?
Ulu. Right there. Ulu.
Ulu. U-L-U. Ulu.
And it's got a bottle opener in it. But for the grouper throats, for chunking mullet extremely fast, I didn't know this thing
sketchy.
existed. So for everyone that I've had cut up 300-400 pounds of of mullet into chunks, I'm very sorry that we did not have this because I couldn't imagine how fast this would go.
Oh, joke, just to
But I want to see this thing in action. So
see what we get. I'll take that.
what?
Only a poor table.
Oh my God. Oh, that's going to be real handy for mullet, especially. And in the kitchen, is this one of the things that
Guess who has to clean
you
this?
could like? Oh, there are lines you should. All right, so I'm really digging this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you just cut some more up.
It's good.
All right, electric fillet knife. We've went over this thing enough, especially for wintertime fishing when you get into sheep's head, black drum, all those pain in the ass things to clean. It does not get easier than this. But what this makes a great thing for
Christmas.
for the wives, for the spouses. What was that, Brie? Oh yeah, sorry. I'll scoop it away here. There we go. Oh, there's another good thing that thing's used for. So for the spouses that has no idea what to get their spouse for Christmas or for a birthday present, nobody, it's hard for me to fathom to buy a really expensive, nice piece of fillet knife or something. But if you bought me this, Billy, actually when Bree got this for me, I haven't stopped using it. And I never realized I truly needed this thing until I got to use it. So this makes it a perfect birthday gift.
Yeah, we used to watch Captain Matt sit there and buzz him out and like, we'll just manually do it. And then there was one day, I think we lost the sharpener at the fillet station and we ended up busting it out and it's never been put back since
Yep.
after using it.
Oh no, I mean, it comes with all different types of blades. This is the Pro Series electric fillet knife, cordless, and it's a brushless motor too. So it's a good,
It works well.
great item when you're expecting to go through a lot of fish, especially, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. And last thing, certainly not the least, the BUBBA snips with the tether. You know, these have replaced my other snips I've always used. A lot sharper, and I love the locking.
Very stout.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Extremely, and they're shorter too, which I like. Those long ones, they end up bending.
Yeah, you get a lot more leverage with those ones to be able to cut a thicker line. Yeah. It's pretty slick.
But also with this, when I mentioned the tether, they sell just the tether separate. If you're like me and cannot stand wearing a lanyard for a trolling motor, a power pole remote, it makes the perfect remote holder that you can just put right on your jean belt loop, and it's out of the way for fishing. Super easy to get to.
Reach.
And very durable. So that, I mean, I'm sure you could use the tether for other things. I don't know. Can you think of anything off the top of your head?
Oh, keychains, all the above.
Car keys.
Yeah.
But on the boat especially, to me, this is the money maker.
Don't let go of your keys too fast. They come back quick.
All right, so we're going to be giving away a cool BUBBA gift package tonight. We've got a BUBBA hat. We'll do the tether. Let's see what else we want to do, Billy.
Rest of the food bar.
Rest of the food bar. The tether and the snips. And, a whole series of the shears. So we're going to be giving away this here in a few minutes after this commercial break. And make sure you stay tuned. Be sure to stay tuned and share. All right, be right back.
I don't know Jake from State Farm.
But just imagine my homes and my auto.
Best bundle in the league, baby.
Man, why can't Patrick change his name? It could be Kelsey, and Kelsey, how much you can save by bundling home and auto. Yeah? Can you make the letters smaller?
Oh, auto, let's go. Come on, model, let's get it. Put your jersey on.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All right.
We're still here.
So we're back. The question this evening, the first 6 people to answer this correctly is going to get added to the Hydro Decade Extreme Decals Reel of Fortune to win this awesome BUBBA prize package here. Thanks to our friends over at AOB. But what do you think
What does AOB stand for?
Yep. What does it stand for? What does AOB stand for? You can answer that. The first 6 people is going to get added onto the Reel of Fortune. So I hope you're paying attention because we said it earlier. What does AOB stand for?
I can't wait to see all the guesses coming in.
That's it. You know, it's something we didn't talk about, that net. One of the best investments for equipment on my boat is a durable net. I've went through so many nets, and this one has lasted me. It is, I mean, we putting big grouper in it today.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite part, I missed it.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, is this thing. It's got some force.
Yep.
And it stays like that. So if there's somebody that's really aggravating you on the boat, you can accidentally get them with that.
Or reach out and grab your fish.
But the extendable net comes small, medium, large. Is there extra large? No. So Billy, they don't have extra small, I'm sorry. But it's got it's got the perfect mesh material, so it doesn't get all wound up in there and bunched up. Is that made of rubber? What is this?
Rubber coated?
Rubber coated.
That's nice.
Carbon fiber. All right. So I think the 6 people have answered already. It stood for American Outdoor Brands, AOB. It is, and BUBBA is one of the great companies that is with AOB. They've got all kinds of cool stuff. Check them out. Look them up online. So Billy is getting the board. Here we go. Thank you, Aubrey.
All right. Who wants to spin?
Which one of you? Come on, Mark. Come on.
Mark. You know you want to.
Mr. Mark Dalton, everybody.
All right, so we have our 6 guests that have correctly answered the question. And so Mr. Mark here is going to spin it to win it to see who makes it.
Give it a good spin. Keep going. Wait, stop it. All right, Mark.
Spin.
Give it a good spin. Yeah. There we go. All right, what do we got?
What do we have?
What was it? Grouper? That makes sense for today.
Grouper, and we have a David Ellis.
David Ellis.
Right.
David Ellis, congratulations. You won this awesome Bubba giveaway package and the rest of this food bar that I'm not going to eat tonight. It's filling. Like, I'm trying to eat more, but it's like really.
It's doing its job.
Is there different flavors of this? Or is it apple cinnamon's the only one? There's no eel flavored?
If that's all I get, I'm okay with that.
All right, guys, thank you again for watching Fish Talk Live. Thank you to our sponsors, our guests, our viewers, our team right here at OKM. Be sure, if you're planning on fishing the Ho 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 Fishing for Dough Kayak Tournament on December 2nd, sign up now. I'm telling you all, we're going to cap it off like we do every year, and I don't want to hear the stuff that we hear every year about, just one more entry. Oh, and then we have one more quick announcement. So we had the tornadoes come through last week. Thankfully, didn't touch anything down here in Ozello except the trail itself, but our neighbors over in Crystal River.
Got a little breezy over there.
Yep, got a little breezy. Destroyed some houses.
A lot breezy.
So this is one of Captain Mario's friends that lost everything.
Yeah, everything. It got I think we saw winds of steady of 125 mile an hour. There was quite a few homes that were damaged coming off Crystal River, Fort Island Trail area. And this is one of them that you see in the photo. I think there had to have been every bit of 50 or so homes involved in it, let alone the businesses and the damages. So it's pretty sad sight to see, but if we can.
So Cassidy and Anthony Gannon.
Yeah, the Gannon family.
Yeah, so they, as you can see, they completely lost everything. But there is something set up that we can support them. And I'm sure if you go online, the different businesses that were affected by this, there's stuff there. Crystal River Kayak Company, all they're asking for is to share, review them. So when they're ready to reopen,
things can stay afloat and keep right on paddling.
That's it. So in the comments, you can find the link to support the Gannon family for, again, everything that they lost. So let's do what we can do as a community, as we always do. And thank you guys again for watching Fish Talk Live. Tight lines. And next week, we'll be live
at Mario's
Fish Talk.
Fish Talk seminar there at
Cedar River
Seafood. Yep, thank you.
So we'll be live. So he will not be doing it at the end of the month, which he typically does because of Halloween. So he's doing it 1 week earlier, which we figure would be a perfect time to
why not join him?
Do a live show with him. So we will see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
How many more times do you think till 3 he'll do it?